This is my YouTube channel, give a follow. Go against me, I think that's a no-no. Hop in the comments like the Energizer Bunny. It's a plus, not a minus if you're leaving words for me. Algorithm in the building, thumbs up, that's right. Description to the bottom, suggested to the side. Keep up with me or you'll get left behind. No mercy if you're slow, bye, Jekyll, meet hide. Who said female rap is dead when I'm still walking, getting this bread? And I wonder if your ears is open cause I'm preaching like the ones that chosen. Subscribers in my sauce, sprinkle a little cheese. Haters looking corny, chew on his beat. You look a little starved like a flat tummy tea. I'm nibbling on the girls like a charcuterie. I thought it was charcuterie. Dang. Charcuterie. What does Merriam-Webster have to say about this? Dictionary.com? Can we Google it? How can female rap be boring if I'm here? Okay. I remember last year a couple of people on the timeline were saying that female rap is boring now and this, that, and the third. And so I just wanted to circle back on that. As per my last email, as per our last session,
there were some comments that I would like to address in this moment in time here right now.
So female rap is boring. Is that still the case? Is that still our opinion? And what are the non-boring girls doing that the boring girls are wait, that didn't make sense. What do the non-boring girls have that the boring girls don't? Okay, yeah. That makes sense. First of all, to be a non-boring female rapper or a non-boring rapper, period, you have to develop your brand and emphasize what makes you different. Now, historically, what a lot of rappers do is they do that by representing for their city, their hometown. So let's bring it back to Doechii. Doechii with two eyes, not the one. Doechii is from Tampa, Florida, and she also goes by the name Swamp Princess, which is a clear reference to the swamps her home state is known for. The lawless land of Florida. Cue Wild West music. And as a matter of fact, in the music video for her single Alter Ego, which is a great song, I encourage you to stream, Doechii starts off the music video by saying this.
We're officially on our way to the swamp. If you've never been to the swamp, you should visit. It's better than a resort, better than a spa, better than a city. And you can do whatever you want. It's no loss.
And then if you continue to watch the music video, it features like alligators or crocodiles. You know, we're still a little unclear on which is which and which is where. Part of the video is filmed with Doechii on an airboat, aka a swamp boat, literally going through the swamp and rapping. To finish off my Floridian thesis, JT ends the song. JT also from Florida, that JT. She finishes off the song by saying 2024, the year of the swamp. I don't live in Florida, but the way this weather is set up, it's giving swamp because the way the humidity did this to me when I walked outside today. Also, a key to being not boring is experimenting with other sounds. So if we take Megan, right? Megan on her last album, she just released it, self-titled, Bow Bow Bow. Anyway, that album, Megan, as the hotties know, is a huge fan of anime. Has been known to cosplay as an anime character, you know, a couple times a year. And on one of her songs, Otaku Hot Girl. Did you see that fly? I'm about to call this fly everything but a child of God. Swing into the frame again. Swing into the frame again. There's a couple of songs on the self-titled Megan album that really show her love for anime and or Japanese culture. Otaku Hot Girl, anime opening theme song sample and references. Okay, but then Boa, she samples a Gwen Stefani song, and I don't know if y'all are old enough to recall, but Gwen Stefani was the last culture bender. Okay, you can go ahead and call her Aang Stefani, because one thing about her is she was master of all the cultures. Japanese culture very prominently featured in her career, in her songs. Was it cultural appropriation? You can Google that and read plenty of articles on the subject. We won't get into that here, but I caught that, Megan, and I want you to know that I caught that. I picked up what she was putting down. To clarify, cultural appropriation is bad, just as bad as this freeze frame that you're looking at right now. However, I do like the idea that a song by someone who's known for being a cultural appropriator was sampled by someone who is more so on the cultural appreciation side of things for this album. I like that contrast. And Mamushi, featuring Japanese rapper Yuki Chiba. I like when a song got me feeling a little bilingual. I like when I think that I can speak more than just English. I really enjoy that, and so thank you. The point I'm trying to make, what's important about the fact that Megan did those songs is what other mainstream female rapper could have did all three of those songs, right? Maybe you could have argued, well, so-and-so could have did Boa. It would have been a little bit more surprising if one of these other girls was doing those songs. But for Megan, it made sense. And I like that she went there. Like a lot of the girls that people really love, they dip and flip into different genres. Okay, or they can incorporate multiple influences into their music. That's how you stay fresh, and that's how you stay not boring. So I talked a little bit about branding so far in this video. Branding is so important. I can't roll my R's, but I can my B's. So I recently was watching an episode of Baby This Is Keke Palmer, which is Keke Palmer's podcast, and she had JT on the show. And JT said something in that interview that I thought was really interesting. She talked about how early on in her career, there really wasn't that much like artist development, like branding development, because she was just having fun.
You released your first mixtape when what was it, 2018? How would you compare who you were then to who you are now?
I would say that I wasn't an artist then. I didn't know much about branding and building a world around myself and how important it is to be a brand, an artist. I feel like when I first started rapping, it was very lifestyle, money, cars, clothes, and it still is. Now I feel like as an artist, I'm working so much harder building a world around me, an aesthetic.
In terms of becoming signed and becoming like a recognizable music star in the mainstream, things happened pretty quickly for her and Young Miami. So because things happened so quickly for them, they didn't have time to really be intentional about their brand. But now later on, years into her career, now that she's solo, she's more aware of that and how important that is. And a huge part of branding is having a strong visual identity, right? McDonald's. You think of McDonald's, you think golden arches. You hear the name Apple, you're thinking Adam and Eve's least favorite fruit, but you're also thinking phones, you're thinking computers. That's why music videos are key to the rollout. You know, when I think about Megan's current era, right? I'm thinking Snakes. I'm thinking Rebirth. This is her first album being independent, an independent artist. I think Doechii, I think Swamps, alligator/crocodiles. Can literally do any hair color, any hairstyle, any eye contacts, any makeup look. She can do it all. But anyways, having a strong visual identity that separates you from other people is super important, because a lot of female rappers kind of get grouped into this like seductive body talking about sensual things in the songs, kind of like they get lumped in with that kind of identity, and then people get irritated because they're like, oh, female rappers are the same, even though what are the men talking about? The same thing, basically. That and drugs. I'm learning new vocabulary words for drugs when I listen to Future songs. So let the girls talk about they kitty cat and, you know, whatever else. Because it's easy for people to like lump the rap girls in as being all the same or doing the same thing, talking about the same thing. Being able to separate yourself from the pack with your look, with your aesthetic, your visual brand, it's key. I mean, I don't like Sexy Red. I don't really care for her music like that. However, I don't know why, but I just started thinking about how her brand now is MAGA hats and the whole presidential thing, because, you know, she's a Trump supporter. Girl. Babe, I love you. You my everything. Vote Republican. Give me a wedding ring. It's a strong visual brand. They was going up for her at the BET Awards, I guess. We go together. Tell them we go. That song is catchy. Have I heard it against my will every time I hear it? Yes. But is the song catchy? Also yes. If you're not good at marketing and you're a female rapper and you don't have anybody on your team who's good at marketing, I don't know what to tell you, friend. That's gonna be a problem. Get that sorted. immediately. Going along with the marketing thing, because obviously label interference is a huge part of marketing. If you're a part of a label, the way they choose to market you and how much money and budget they give you for that marketing is a huge aspect of why certain artists, regardless of genre, tend to have more or less success. Let's talk about each of these three women. Not Sexy Red. Megan, JT, and Doechii. Let's talk about how I feel like their labels have been with them and how that has contributed to the strong sense of identity I get from these three people. JT. So JT, back to that Keke Palmer interview, she also talked about how the first time she did something, it worked. The second time she did something, it worked. And the third time she did something, it worked. So now her label trusts her when she comes up with ideas to let her run with it, because they're like, okay, girl, yeah, you got it. Whatever you got going on up there, keep it going. Thank you. Okay, you take someone like Doechii, who's with Top Dog Entertainment. And when you think about the biggest TDE artists, who in my mind is gotta be Kendrick and SZA, they have a strong visual identity. Like their music videos be having budgets. Okay, the finance department is sending those checks. People are getting paid. People are on the payroll over there. And then when you think about Megan Thee Stallion, she's independent now. She doesn't have a label. She's her own boss, so she can make choices and not have to do it, you know, some white man in a suit being like, no, be like the other girls. That's what makes us money. No, shut up. Okay? So you need the support of your label, good marketing acumen, and a strong sense of self. All right? Because like I said, putting aspects of your personality, whether that's your hometown, your special interests, stories from your past. Doechii just released a music video for the song Rocket. In the music video, she's in a high school doing gymnastics. She did gymnastics before. She's not new to this. She's true to this. So that brings me to my question that I asked before, like about people being boring. Are the girls really boring, or are the labels stifling creativity and pushing the people who are malleable or who are the same as everyone else just because they want to make money? And that's why it's important for the consumers to financially support the girls who are unique. And unique, that's what you are. Sorry, I just get distracted. I mention Beyonce every video. It's really a problem. Anyways, that's why it's important for us to financially support the girls who are unique so that their label trusts them to drive their own style, their own image. In my overanalyzing Rihanna album covers video, I talked about how when Rihanna released her third album, Good Girl Gone Bad, it was like the turning point for her career because she, against her labels, well, not really against her labels, which is because they just didn't know, because they wouldn't have approved it. Right. She secretly cut her hair, dyed it black, and at the time, she was being compared to like other pop R&B girls of the time. You know, the Beyoncés and the Emerys and the Sierras. So this was an easy way for her to be like, look, I'm not like them girls. I'm my own person. And so the rap girls, you know, they're doing the same thing, basically. Sound off in the comments. Let me know if you think female rap is boring. Why do you think female rap is boring? Do you feel like it's the labels pushing people who talk about certain things or have a certain look to the forefront because that's what makes them money? Well, to be fair, two things can be true. Female rap can still be boring, and it can also be true that the labels are pushing a certain image. Those two things can be true at the same time, so we can assign blame there, but we can also assign blame to the consumer because we're still consuming the content of the girls who are calling boring. So, who's really to blame in the situation that we find ourselves in? Church announcements. I started a jewelry brand these past couple months. While I was gone, darling, gone from the channel, I decided to become a business mogul while I was away. So if you're interested, I'm wearing one of the necklaces today, darling. The brand is called Afiyara, A-F-I-Y-A-R-A. Link in the description. Christmas is around the corner. Get your gifts now. And that's all for now, folks. Anyways, now that you've made it to the end of the video, I just want to take a second to address the elephant in the room because I feel like I can trust you because you watched this whole thing. My foundation was not blended in. there was a clear line of demarcation between skin and Fenty Beauty happening on my face. And I just want to take a moment to say that I know that you know, because we noticed together. And I don't want this to be a thing where like, because I said it, if you didn't notice it, now you noticed it. Okay, so let's do us both a favor. Don't go back to rewatch to see, was the foundation really not blended in? If you didn't notice it, I'm being overdramatic. Let's laugh. Forget this ever happened. Because honestly, I think it's hilarious. And do you know what I especially love about it? It was unblended on my forehead. Like it was like skin foundation. I love elephants. They're so big. All right. Well, bye.